Hello, welcome back to WINFXTRADING YouTube channel, the only channel that has been optimized to make you rich trading the Forex synthetic markets. In today's video, I'm going to show you something that a lot of traders are ignorant of, and it has been one of the reasons why they keep losing. So the title is Power and Supremacy of Direction in Forex Trading. Power and Supremacy of Direction in Forex Synthetic Indices Trading. Okay, so in this topic we shall cover the following: direction, space and time variables in price movement. So this will be number one. So number two will be reversibility and continuity theory, and number three will be stability infinity law. Okay, so we shall discuss this, but before I continue, I need to open the MT5 chart so that we use it for practical, because this this content is more of practical than theory. Okay, for purpose of understanding this carefully, we shall be using the lowest time frame we shall be using will be M30, and the highest time frame we shall be using will be the daily or H4 time frame. Okay, each time frame will show us the power of direction and the supremacy of direction. Okay, now what is direction? Because that's the most important thing. What is the meaning of direction? What is the meaning of space? And what do you understand by the word time? Okay, now in any financial asset, okay, the price keep on taking value. The price is not stationary, it keep on taking value. Why it takes value? It points at different directions. Okay, but the two major directions is up and down. But for each type of orientation, there are various type of movements that price take. Okay, but basically price can either go up or go down. So we can have a resultant upward direction or resultant down direction. Okay, so what is direction? What is space? And how does direction, space and time relate in financial markets or financial industry? Now let me explain the meaning of direction. Direction does not actually mean something to point up or point down, or something to range horizontally. That is not direction. Direction means where price is focused, where price has focused its behavior and is ready to remain at those locations, at those configuration for a very infinity period of time. So any direction, like any location that price want to go, and it is likely going to remain at that location for a very long period of time, that is direction. That is the meaning of direction. Okay, so when we say infinity period of time, it's not actually that the period of time it will spend to remain in that location is not measurable. It's measurable, but it is infinite when you compare it to period of time the price will spend if it is moving against that direction. Are you getting it? Now another way to define direction is when you ignore one particular type of candle and focus on a particular type of candle that will keep price to remain at certain location for a very infinite period of time. That is direction. Okay, so if you look at what is happening in V10, we can say that for the whole time V10 has been going up. Why? Because for each location V10 take, when I say location, I mean position, space. That is the meaning of space. I'm going to explain that. Market, even though the chart is not calibrated in metric system like in meters or centimeters, the pips and the price values, they represent displacement. Okay, they are proportional to displacement. Now you see that price break location and create new ones. Now if you calculate the total time price spent in taking on upward positions, you will see that it is very, very huge compared to the time price spent in doing something opposite. In other words, it spent 0 time doing something opposite and spent infinity time doing the real direction. Now this will bring us to the supremacy and power of direction. And if we're able to understand the supremacy and power of direction, then that is when you have the understanding of the price movement or price action. That is when you understand, like, you behave in the same way the market behave. Okay, so before I continue, what is space? I have said it indirectly. Space is just positioning behavior of the market. Price cannot remain within certain range. Price cannot remain within certain potential difference. Price cannot just confine itself within just 2 straight line or 2 plane or 2 points. No, it have to jump from within those boundaries and create a new boundary. That is space. So there is changes of space and there is changes of time. So price, except apart from the fact that price take on value, we have this special behavior or the special behavior. That is, when I say special behavior, I didn't mean special like normal special. I mean spectral. Spectral means like something that creates displacement over certain surface. So the surface is the chart. Apart from the fact that price take on different values at different times, like now the value is, these are the values here. The value is 7,046.8. After some time it will be 7,046.75. Okay, now apart from that, price is also performing uncalibrated metric movement. It was not calibrated, but we can define certain equation that will connect the displacement with the peak movement. So we can say that the rate at which the peak is changing is also proportional. Is also proportional to the rate at which the asset is displacing or creating distance. Then when we understand the idea of space and how it interacts with time and direction, we also come to the notion of areas and volume and how this make trading easier to understand. If you do not understand an asset, you will buy wrongly and you will sell wrongly. And when you buy wrongly or sell wrongly, you will lose more than you earn. Your aim is to make profit. You see, Forex market is an infinite bank where there is infinite money waiting for somebody that will crack the secret of getting it. The secret is tough. The secret is unknown. That's why many people are losing. But the truth is that WINFXTRADING is in existence to optimize the number of traders that will make it in the forex market, at least to 50%. Okay, that's why if I create content, if it is not a short, once it's a long video, if you watch other videos on YouTube, you will see the difference. So I'm bringing those metaphysical ideas that will actually help you to go far in trading. It has to be more advanced for you to actually become professional than other traders. Okay, so let's continue. Now, I want to summarize direction, space, and time, and then add volumes and area. Okay, now direction, as I said, is when market is focused, like very focused, oriented in such a way that it is changing location and remaining at those locations for a very long period of time. That is direction. So when we define direction like this, then it will bring us to path theory. Okay, direction is more of abstract something, but a path is more of something physical, because if there were no candlesticks, a path will be intangible. So there must be a candlestick that actually show how price revolve or rotate, that shows how price varies from time to time. Okay, so when you look at the configuration of candlestick in the chart surface, that is path. When many candlesticks are combined together to create certain displacement, that is a path. Now, direction is different from a path. A path can be undefined and then it becomes directionless. So you can decide to go up and go down. If you cannot define a path, then you will lose more than you earn. A good trader does not buy and sell at the same observation. No. You have to observe one thing. And when you observe and you discover that it is a sell, under no condition will you regret selling. If you place a sell trade and you become disturbed, like your financial behavior change, your emotion change, like you feel like you are not supposed to place this trade, or you feel like you are not satisfied, you want to also find another trade somewhere to add, it means you are directionless. You are not in resonance with the market behavior. You are not behaving like the market. The wave, the price movement wave, the wave function of the price coming from your psychology or your mindset or your thinking, your thoughts cannot match with what the market is doing, and so there will be no resonance. All the signal you produce will lose. We are talking about trading is scientific more than you think. That's why it is hard for many people to make it. I get it. You know what science is? Is like trading is more powerful, like is more scientific than other forms of science. Like apart from it is mathematical stuff, like it is more than physical mathematics. It needs a high level psychology, high level metaphysical ideas, okay, and abstractions. Okay, so and those abstractions is what I'm trying to bring in here. Okay, if you see a path and you cannot define that path accurately, then know that you will lose more than you think. Okay, so by now you should have understood the meaning of direction. You should have understood the meaning of a path. So a path is just configuration of, a path is a scalar quantity, like it doesn't have direction. It's just configuration of the candlestick. That is a path. Then when you define direction, by looking at the ability of those configurations to remain within, like to remain at certain positions, you have to define your reference point. So by looking on the chart, you can define your reference point, okay, by using the end of the chart, the vertical part of the chart and the horizontal part of the chart, and when they meet at the point that become Cartesian plane, and then you have an origin where they intersect. This is the origin. They let them connect at 90 degrees. So if price is moving at an angle, like if a path is at an angle less than 90 degrees or equal to 90 degrees, but then that angle is positive angle, that is, if you measure from horizontal of the reference, if you measure the horizontal, the reference plane, the reference Cartesian plane, the horizontal part of it, it will make a positive angle. That means you move anti-clockwise. Okay. Once such relationship exists between a path and the reference horizontal line, that is when we have what? An upward path. But if it is negative, then we have a downward path. Now, when we define this, so if you look at this, so this is a downward path. Okay? If you run the analysis, if you define your reference, you know that this is making a negative angle. So this is a downward path. This is what? Upward path. Okay? Now, you know, at like what should be the size of position? What should be the size of the displacement or the distance price create? What should be the size before you say that this is a path? Once there is at least one break of structure is okay to define a path. So there is a break of structure here. So this has become a path. Once it has a break of structure, it shows that price is serious. Okay. There are two types of paths. We have active path and dead path. Okay. A path that contains the current price point, see it as a light that is blinking. Like now, see what I mean. You see this path that contains this current price point is the active part, and it is what? Downward, even though it is trading on an upward, like on a mega or on a major upward path. It is downward right now. These are the things, this course is just elementary, and I may not say many things about this concept or this topic. There are a lot of things that have to be discussed separately, maybe as separate topics under this topic, under this content. Okay, so here this is a downward path and it is active path. Why this path is a dead path? Because the price point is not along it. Every dead path should not affect your decision. Like it could affect your decision small, but it should not be the major part of your decision making when you are trying to synthesize a signal. Because what will actually make you lose money is along the active path. If they want to break this resistance that you are seeing here, it does not take much time. Just drop let one H4 candle create. Go to H4. That's what you need H4 to see through change of character, change of structure, break of structure, and all of that. When you see it in the daily on H4, it is going to be true. But if you see it in the other lower time frame, it is likely going to be fake out. So if a H4 candle close below this line, definitely on a retest, this path will continue to go down. But someone that didn't understand the meaning of direction and also how to differentiate direction from path, we'll be thinking that since from here to here has been up, so the market will still be moving up, not knowing that price has path is dead and active. We have active and dead path, not knowing that here is already dead, and now the active path have actually changed trend. Instead of going up, it's coming down. So that will bring us to another subtopic, which is reversibility and continuity theory. Okay, so what is the meaning of reversibility and continuity theory? What does it mean? Why I didn't say it's a law is because market condition can be very, very drastic. Volatility in the market can be so rude. Market manipulation and all of that can actually convert a law to a theory. So it is a theory, meaning that if you are careful to use it, there is probability that you will succeed than someone that is just trading blindly. Okay, so what is the reversibility and continuity theory? What does it mean? It means that if we define a price point on a space, which is chart surface, if we define it to be localized, within an enclosed boundary. Okay, so let's draw a boundary. Let's say we localize let's get this let's say we localize price at this point here. You see, it's real. We have localized the price there. That means the price point, that blank line, that horizontal line, that is a calibrator, like that pointer that highlights the current price, the current ask price and bid price at the same time. That pointer is localized within a boundary. So the theory is telling you that there is probability of price leaving this boundary. It can be of any geometry. It can be a rectangular boundary, a circular boundary, or an elliptical boundary. It could be any type of, you can bound the price with any type of shape. Okay, so there is probability that price will reverse and go up. If there is probability that price will reverse and be going up, which is, if it reverse, that reversal become a continuity because our direction is up. The market, when you combine the active part and dead part, the market is moving up. Yes, because it remains in this up orientation, this upper orientation, or this up behavior for a very infinite period of time. That's why if you are trading binary, let's assume, for you to understand the power of infinity period of time, if let's, for instance, you think you are smart, you follow this market. Okay, you say, it have bought so much, so you follow the market here, and your contract time is 20 hours. You are believing that at least if you give it 20 hours, it's supposed to fall to this position for 20 hours. It will not fall because the direction is up. You fail to understand the direction. The direction is not down, it is up. Okay, there are many things that I will not teach in this content, but I might touch it. That is to show you that this is a elaborate course of its own. Okay, because it's more of vector calculus and is more of vector algebra and calculus. That's what it means. Okay, so you see, how long does the price remain below the entry price? You see that let me delete this. You see that if here is the entry, okay, now you see that this candle is 4 hour candle. This is 1, 2, 3, that is 12 hours. Is 12 hours. So we have 8 hours left. Then the price push higher on another 4 hour. If you add it to 12 hours, that is 16 hours. Okay, now only this breakout will present fear to you, and you might panic and you say, okay, let me close the trade, and then you will close the loss, and then it remains 4 hours. The remaining 4 hours tends to come down, and then it jump up because of the breakout. You won't understand these things until you have passed through the things I have passed through in trading. Okay, so you see, that's why we are experts. Our VIP members are doing great, and you need to be there. Okay, so because this breakout just happened, the price keep breaking, so you should have lost the contract. But if you went up here, even if it is here that you went up, it will go up, because it spent 0 time going in a counter direction and spent infinity time remaining in the red direction. Now this can be explained with this analogy. Take for instance, let's start with this analogy. Okay, take for instance, this is USA. This is USA here. This is Dubai. Okay, this is Dubai. Now a plane okay, a plane, okay, let me not make mistake in drawing. A plane is flying from Dubai to USA. This is location of USA towards the north, south, flying from north to south. This is south. Okay, a plane is flying from Dubai to the north, to the northern direction. From Dubai at north to the south. Okay, where the US in the south. Okay, now where will the plane remain most of the time? It will always remain most like within those spaces or those localized points closer to US than to Dubai. In other words, if you want to carry an event on this plane, the region, the locations where you are likely going to react with the plane the most is near the South Pole. Near the southern region of the US than near Dubai. In other words, the plane is going to spend infinity period of time towards the US than towards Dubai. Are you getting me? That is the power of direction. It's still happening in someone's life. If you don't have direction in life, you will have this infinite period of time in your right direction, but you will not know it. In other words, you will live your life why there is something else that will use your life, because you do not understand your direction. In other words, you are moving away from your direction, of which you can't move. If you move away from your direction, you will be destroyed. The destruction there means you will lose. So direction is very important in trading. Direction analysis could take you several years to understand, but it's very simple to understand if you really want to learn trading. Okay, you can understand it, because in most of my courses, I use this idea to teach and our VIP signals are being synthesized with the same idea. That's why we do not lose money in our VIP. You can see if you join public channel, you will see the results clear. Big amount of money, and also small amount depending who is trading. Some small investors, they trade with small amounts. Big investors, that like people that have big equity, they trade with. They produce big profits. Okay. So by now you should have understood the meaning of what direction space. Okay, and now I have not mentioned much about time. Yes, I brought time indirectly. Yes, when we say infinity of time, I brought time indirectly. Okay, but there is something I will say about time. Time is illusion. Okay, time is illusion. If you understand direction, you will know that time, the fact that there is time on the chart doesn't make sense. Okay, you know what people normally do is when market is moving in a given direction, they tend to reverse that market psychologically. Now, this thing is like if a plane is flying from US, let's say this is US in the south, USA in the South Pole, South region, and this is Dubai in the North region. Okay, Northern region. This is Dubai. It's not. And the plane we have a plane. Okay, a plane is flying in this direction. Okay, if you apply a force, let's say you apply a force to draw this plane backward. Okay, see the direction of the plane is moving up, and you apply this force to go against the plane. Definitely you will not succeed, because the plane has been programmed by the pilot, not necessarily by the pilot. The plane has been programmed by the manufacturer to overcome any force that will push it back. Okay, so no matter how you apply the force, for certain period of time, the plane will withstand that force. Even if it is assumed that the pilot or the autopilot of the plane, they have already scheduled everything so that the plane will reach destination. Now, it is assumed that the type of force you are applying is in such a way that it is below the standard of the manufacturer. In other words, the plane has a bigger force. These are the assumptions. So if I apply that force, you are wasting your time until the plane decides to change direction. It is not you that will apply an external force to change the direction of the plane. It won't work. The plane have to reach certain altitude, or not even altitude. It have to reach destination before it will land, and then before it will go back to where it come from, then it will change direction. Okay, it will have to land first and fly back again and then change direction. Okay, now what it's trying to tell you is that the market makers, the liquidity provider, when they set in a given direction, the market tend to remain in that direction for an infinity period of time until they decide to reverse it. So if you are pampering the market, or you are feeling like this market have moved so big, so you want to reverse it, you will lose all your money. Like you keep losing money like infinitely. Like you will lose money infinitely. Okay. You don't reverse market have to reverse naturally by itself, and then you look for potentials. That will bring the notion of potential, because this idea of potential is very critical. We have potential functions, we have sell potential function, and then we have buy potential function. This video is taking time. Any video I do that is more than 30 minutes, something great is inside that video. Okay, and most people don't have time to watch video up to this point, but if you have been watching up to this point, it means you really want to make it in trading. Okay, there are certain things embedded in this content which are advanced. In other words, this is elementary. I may not have time to talk about them, but I might summarize it because I'll be ending this video at least at most by 40 minutes. If you reach 40, that means I have 5 minutes to say everything I want to say. Okay, so at this point you feel like to even do this thing, since it's elementary, I might be making mistake understanding this concept of trading. Or see, all you need is to subscribe to our VIP signals and we are good to go. It's not like somebody is forcing somebody to do something. I feel like if I waste a lot of signal by not giving people this signal to have access to them, I feel like, okay, I have not add value to the trading community. The only thing I can do is to help people to reach their financial goal. But it's not free. Free signals are not like VIP. Free signal lose. Yes, they lose sometimes, they win sometimes. So if you lose today and you win tomorrow, that is not trading. You need you need a VIP signal that will give you steady profit and massive risk reward. Okay, that is by the way. There is something I said in the document: stability infinity law. Okay, stability infinity law. Maybe indirectly I have said it. Maybe I've said it, or maybe I said it, you didn't understand. When we have this law, is a law, is not a theory, because it's real. Stability infinity law. What this law says is that, let's go back to the H4. What this law says is that if we are able to define the direction of the market carefully and accurately, then the price stabilizes in that direction and remain in that direction for a very long period of time until the market makers decide to change the direction. Okay, now before I end this video, I want to summarize something about sell function and buy function. Okay, sell function, for you to sell a market, a sell function have to create. All people selling in this market will lose money. Even if you are smart to sell at this price, it doesn't make sense. You might succeed today, you will never succeed. You will not succeed it tomorrow. You will not succeed selling tomorrow in this way. This market is what a buy potential has, a buy potential function. Okay, and this become more apparent if you go to certain lower time frame like M15. If you go to M15, okay, let's rotate the screen. Let's rotate the screen. If you go to M15, you will see those points, those sharp points where price reverses. So we have this point, we have this point, we have this point, we have this point. I mean the major ones. This point, this point, this point, this point. Now, this point create what? A buy potential. Like if you connect this point with a line, or even if you didn't connect them with a line, but if you visualize it, you discover that they always create buy signal. They create buy signal, meaning that they create buy potential point. Each of these points are potential, like they are potential. Like these are potential points. I don't know how I'll put it, but they have potential ability, or kind of, let's call it, they process certain input and give buy output as a signal. They process certain error signal and give buy output. The error signal will always be retracement, but during retracement you don't know when the firing for the tradable signal will exist. Okay, so if market is retracing, that retracement is error signal. Okay, if retracement is error signal, it means that all retracement should be taken as zero events. Okay, even though they exist, the candlestick exists, you have to see them as zero. If you don't see them as zero, you will trade them many of the times and you will lose money. Imagine selling in this market. You will sell here, right? And then you see profit. Boom, what happened? Because if yes, if how do you think? What is the psychology? You are selling here, where are you putting your take profit? You know that you are fighting this market, a plane that is going to Dubai from US. You want to pull it back to US, to Dubai. How possible? It has defined direction. The market is going up and you are selling. You see, that is why the person that sold here will lose. The person that sold here will also lose. The person that sold here will lose. Even someone selling here might likely lose, because there is probability that this part will become a reversible part, creating another buy potential. Okay? Now, there are many things I said before that I will not say. The idea of getting active signal or tradable signal, the idea of differentiating tradable signal from significant signal, the idea of detecting the final firing of the end of the retracement and the beginning of significant signal, and the idea of knowing when a trend is about to change entirely to another type of trend. We have up or down trend, so up can change to down, down can change to up. All of that I didn't mention. These are advanced topic. I may not even treat them, for a very long period of time, because most of my videos are at elementary level, so treating it will be for those that enroll for the courses, or if you're tired of learning, just buy our VIP signal. Change your life. Thank you. Bye for now.